This pond that once was one big pond is getting ripped down and turned into 3 smaller ponds.
Big Akama is available. There's a serious bowl on that front. I'm a bit concerned about it. It's a lot of water weight, 5.5 tons of water. Equivalent to having like an A+. They absolutely smashed it. So I didn't just put a couple of fish in here, I put a lot of fish in here. I do believe that growing shows should be affordable and also attainable for most people. You should get a better fish than the value.
Hello, welcome back to My Boy's Koi. So, big job broke out. This pond that once was one big pond is getting ripped down and turned into 3 smaller ponds. I have mentioned that before. I've also got pond builds going on at home and lots more. And the reason for it is because we are literally going to be coming weeks, or we are weeks now away from the bad weather coming. And we're in North Wales, it gets cold, it gets wet, it gets damp. We need to make sure that we are ready. I'm literally looking at the paint flaking off the ceiling. So there's quite a few jobs that I really do need to get round to, but mainly it's this one. You can see the black mould that's in between the liner. So I'm going to use something like a visqueen or something, I think, to try and stop that, to try and protect the wood. Not because I'm really interested in the wood, but I don't want it rotting and going black mould behind the liner. That's not good and it's not healthy for anyone. I'll watch some YouTube videos. YouTube is definitely the way to learn, and see if I can do anything to fix that, or, you know, make it stop happening. So I'm going to go home soon. I'm going to have a little go here. I'm going to go home soon. I've got customers' orders to pack, and I'm going to show you the pond jobs that we've got going on at home as well. I've got 1 pond leaking, 1 pond ready to be fitted. So lots and lots happening. Time's running out, as in the weather just comes, and before you know it, it's cold, it's wet, it's miserable, and you're working in the rain, and it's not ideal. So we're going to try and get everything done in the next couple of weeks. But in this video, hopefully we get a lot done. And also we've got our event in this shop on the 13th of September. And that can't look like that for the event. This needs to be full of fish, looking amazing. And if you want to come to our event, there'll be more details. So I just thought to show this as well. Just had this made. It's dark blue and it looks really good. But yeah, that's maybe a bit better. In the light, it looks a bit odd. But how cool is that? That's going to make it to the wall in the shop at some point while I'm fixing everything up. But yeah, over the moon with that. What I say, it's dark blue. Actually, in real life, it just looks a bit odd on the camera. So another pond that I'm working on is this one at the back. And as you can see, there's no water left. So there's a little leak on this. I was topping it up, tiny bit a day. Not really, maybe I don't know, a few 100 litres maximum. It wasn't a lot. Then it was dropping a few inches a day. Then it was dropping, I think the last time it dropped about 6 or 7 inches in one day. And I was like, right, okay, there's a problem in here. I've left it alone. I took the fish out. I topped it to the brim as far as it could go. I filled it with water. And then I just left it. And it's been about a week now. And we're down to about, I don't know, 2 or 3 inches on the bottom there. So I'm just leaving it. Because you can see where the water was last night. It's dropped another 3-4 inches there. So I'm just going to leave it and see. I'm assuming now it's the bottom drain or the pipe that's leaking, which, whatever it is, I'll have to fix it once I finally figure out what it is, which I'm assuming now is the bottom drain because it's so low. But I don't want to start recirculating the bottom drain, fill it back up and find out there's a little tear in that corner, say. So I'm just leaving it as long as I can, and then I'll fix it. So hopefully I'll get that done. These are loving life in here, looking good. This little contraption here, this was sponsored. Someone asked me would I do a review on this little water feature, little solar powered water feature. And I haven't done one because I have told them this, because the solar panel, we live in the UK and we just don't get enough sun. So when it's on, it works, and when it's not, it doesn't. So there's no battery. But yeah, so they are looking good. They're loving life in there. A couple of solar bits in the floating net. Big Akama is available. Let's go and have a look at this other pond. This one keeps losing its bottom drain cap, as you can see there. Don't know why, but it keeps coming out. Obviously, the fish can go down the bottom drain, so I fixed it back in yesterday. I got it as tight as what I could, and then I drained it down with the intention of putting fish back in here today. And as you can see, it's floating again, so that's not happening today. So that's another pond that has got an issue that needs fixing. And then this pond over here is finally up and running.
it's running through nearly a full pack of potassium permanganate at the minute. I fitted the UV yesterday, which is a 15 watt Evolution Aqua. 15 watts should be plenty for this, 5,500 litres plus the Nexus. Should be plenty. So the only problem I've got is that I put this wood as a top cap on. And if you look there, the window is bowed, this side's bowed. So I built up the concrete plinth at the back. I'm not a brickie, but to hold the back of the shower and also act as reinforcement for the back of it. But obviously you can't do that on the front, and the con window is bowed. And I'm slightly concerned about that because obviously all the work that's gone into it, but obviously if you give away and it was full of fish, it'd be disastrous. So I don't think it will. I have seen other people do it before, but I really don't like the idea that that's bowing the way it's bowing. Yeah, slightly concerned. But it is up and running now, so all I've got to do is move that backy shower central to the centre of the pond and finish this net. And then that one is up and running too. So this pond yesterday got all of the weeds and junk that was growing in here dragged out so we can get the concrete down and we can get a pond to get the line in it and get this working. Really do need to get it sorted. It is becoming a priority now. When the season's here and we've got loads of fish, and fish just come first, and selling fish and shipping out and stuff like that takes a lot of time. So jobs like this just end up getting put on the back burner, but it drives me mad every time I walk past it. I really want it sorting. So I think that's going to become priority, or one of the priorities, to get this one fully functioning and running. Now, it's the wrong time of year because we're coming towards winter, which sounds quite depressing, but in the fish world we're looking forward to the next import season, which is start next month, roughly next month now. So getting a pond up and running, which is probably not going to get used for a while because it's outdoors and we won't need it, but having it ready to use is definitely important. So that's one of the jobs that's happening. This needs concrete in here because that's going to be where the filtration for that pond sits. And what I'd like to build here is a small koi house where all this wood and stuff is. I really want to put a concrete base down here and build like a little 2-pond koi house, like a polytunnel, or make one like a Japanese style, and we can have this warm with fish growing on. That's, yeah, so that is sort of what I'm going for, because it's actually, it probably doesn't look too big on the camera, but it's actually about, I don't know, 18 foot long maybe, something like that. So from there to the end, so it'd be quite good. So I've 2 ponds in there, a little walkway down the middle, not a lot of fish in there, but just fish growing on in warmer climate. That's the plan for us, to have fish growing on all year round, which we do a little bit now, but not to the level I'd like to get it to. So it's Sunday today, and yeah, we're moving through the week. I've got to go back to the Southport flower show today, but yesterday I went and lent the trailer off bags because my trailer's not ready yet. As you can see, there's a big tip run to be done. We need wood, we need stone, we need sand, but I blew the diff on my car pulling this trailer with too much weight on it. It's just going to cost a little chunk to get that fixed, but the shed needs to be finished, and there's loads of jobs down the bottom that I'm working on, trying to get ready for winter. So I'm going to have to just ride out on the diff. Hopefully it doesn't blow up, put less weight on the trailer, and just try not to kill the car until I can get it in the garage to get it fixed. But at the same point, I might just ride me luck a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't blow up, doesn't break on me. I might as well like destroy it before it gets fixed, if that makes sense. I hope that works how I want it to work and I don't just do more damage. But all that rubbish needs to go to the tip. Hate it, but it mounds up so fast around here, and we can't get a skip down here, otherwise I'd have a skip on here permanently. So as I said, it's Sunday and there's been quite a lot going on today. I've got customers' orders going out, I'm dropping them off. Got to get to the Southport flower show to pick up the fish, bring them back. They're going to go into QT. That pond behind me, the potassium permanganate, has just been running through that for days and it's going to continue to. Need to just do the finishing little touches on that so I can get it ready and get fish in there, hopefully before you see this video on Wednesday. I just don't want to rush it though. I do want it to be right, I want it to be working right. We've been working down the bottom a little bit and just trying to tidy up, and I've had an idea. I've been like sort of umming and ahhing about this for ages, how nice the weather is today. I've been umming and ahhing about this for ages, but I really want to turn this area down here into a little koi house. So I've been thinking, how am I going to do it, because otherwise I'm going to have to bring the ground up like 2.5 foot
and it's going to be a lot of moving stone down here and raising the ground. But I've had an idea. Where I'm going to do the concrete pad here for the nexus for this pond, if I make like a little staircase here, we can step into it that way. So you'll step down and step down again. Now that'll be a better idea. Now we'll do a bottom drain. Any rain runoff will go into there, it'll just run out of a central drain, and it'll hopefully save it getting wet and horrible in there. Meaning that I might be able to start working on it in the coming weeks and possibly have it ready for maybe say October, November, which would be really good, meaning that we have more indoor ponds for winter. The shop, I'm working on that at the moment as well. Again, trying to get more indoor ponds for winter, because winter here is harsh, really is harsh, and the fish don't like it. I panic about the fish, so making as many warm indoor areas as possible is definitely going to help us survive this winter. Don't know how well you can see it on the camera, but I've just filled up that last inch of water. There's a serious bowl on that front. I'm a bit concerned about it. It's a lot of water weight, 5.5 tons of water. I've got a couple of ideas. I can't build anything at the front, so I've built the brick wall at the back to obviously hold the shower and stop the pond from bowing, but I can't do that at the front, and I don't know if you can see it quite well, but it really is bowing and coming out, not just bowing right that way, it's coming out this way, it's like pushing out. I'm going to have to drain it all down anyway when I finish cleaning it. If I put 2 metal braces from this side underneath where the net pole is, this plastic pole, and the same on that front. Now it might never go, but I don't really want to be the one that finds out, and as I said, I bought this second hand, so there's not really much I can do about it. But I am a bit concerned that if that front goes, not only have I lost the money, potentially lose a lot of fish and whatever damage is caused. Any ideas? Drop them in the comments. So guys, it is the Sunday and they got large gold, which equivalent to having like an A+. They absolutely smashed it. And I've come to collect the fish and bring the fish back home, but amazing, well done to them, to everyone involved, that this amazing garden got gold, and I'm so glad that we could be a part of it. Absolutely stunning, very well done. So we're at the flower show and I've had to queue up in amongst hundreds of hands to be able to go and get my fish back, which I wasn't expecting. So was meant to be allowed on at 5 o'clock. Obviously I've been on there already on foot. It's now 20 to 6 and we're only just being allowed to slowly move on to the site. So I've got a feeling I've got at least another hour before these fish are going to be in my car and on my way back. Done a thing, got a job pretty much done. There's a little bit of snagging to do, but I managed to get my letterbox hole done, meaning that the net is on. Need a little bit, like a few more cable ties and stuff to just pull it tight. I've used so many cable ties in this, I wasn't expecting it, and there's probably a neater way of putting it on rather than the cable ties. I'm sure there is, I'm sure I've seen all the other people's videos, but I can't remember. But anyway, it works really well. The water is falling right through the hole, which is exactly what I want, meaning that there's still little gaps to jump through on the end, on either end. And I'm sure if one really wants to make it through that little hole, they will, because that's what they tend to do. But overall, we've got the pond covered. I have actually put fish in here, rushed a little bit ahead, and I put fish in here because I'm impatient. But I also put some lactobacteria in here because it's a brand new system. So I didn't just put a couple of fish in here, I put a lot of fish in here. Now obviously I'm going to hit new pond syndrome, that's just part and parcel, that's, you know, we all do that. And I'll just monitor that accordingly. I'll use salt, I'll do some water changes, a lot of filter cleaning. We'll get started, but on a point of the filter cleaning, I won't clean that filter now for at least 2 weeks, purposely to get some life growing in there. I see people with new ponds and they start cleaning the filter straight away. The worst thing you can do, you've got to let some natural bacteria start to build up in there. So I won't clean that now for 2 weeks and let some life start to grow in the filter, and I'll keep adding lactobacteria as well. It seems to be one of the ones that work. I do like it. I have used it for a while now, especially on new ponds, and it does seem to work. So let me
I would have liked to have been fully finished. As I said, it is still got a bow in it. I feel like I'm going to put a very heavy planter here, right on this side, as a little bit of extra security, and I might put some metal bracing across the top. But for right now, I think it looks really good. I'm gutted to put the lacto in before I showed the video. Obviously it's fresh water, it's only a day old, so it's the water was crystal clear until I put the lacto in, but it is what it is. You get the effect. I think it looks really good. So I'm going to end the video here because I'm going to training. That's week 5 weeks consecutive training. Haven't missed one session, really enjoying it, and I'm going to continue to do that. I'm loving having a hobby outside of this as much as I love to fish. It is really nice to have something else to talk about and concentrate on, because otherwise it's fish 24/7, which is not always a bad thing, but sometimes it gets a little bit much. So I'm going to training. I'm going to sign the video off. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Lots and lots going on here before winter. We've got our grow and show event on the 13th of September. Details for that are going to drop this weekend coming. So you'll see this Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm going to release the details for the grow and show. Really looking forward to that as well in our shop in Corwin. Tickets will be reasonably priced. I do believe that grow and show should be affordable and also attainable for most people. You should get a better fish than the value. In my opinion, you shouldn't pay more for the fish. So anyway, I'm going to end it here before I wrap it on too much. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all next week.